The Guyana Teachers Union today protested in front of the Ministry of Education against what the union feels is the subtle implementation of mandatory vaccination for teachers. Union President Mark Light said, while teachers are excited to get back in the classroom, the union recognized that there are many barriers preventing them from accessing their place of work.
We will be monitoring very closely what will take place at our various schools. And if one teacher is prevented from accessing the school, we are advising our members that all of us must withdraw our service. And let us see who will teach the children. A teacher who opts to take the vaccine should be treated the same way as someone who opts not to take it. Because we are in a democratic state, as we always profess, and we believe persons have to exercise their right. And if an individual is saying that I don't feel my body should take that vaccine, their right must be respected. If an individual has a medical history, they don't have a right to disclose their medical history to anyone. That's a personal matter. And for these considerations, we're saying that the Ministry of Education has to step up and represent the teachers. Wherever they have to go, our Minister of Education has to take the teachers' concern to the cabinet and to the president and whoever else, that we as teachers must be treated better. We were in the front line all throughout this pandemic, and now to make vaccines mandatory in a subtle way is unacceptable, and the Guyana Teachers Union will not accept it.
Light also spoke about the outstanding monies that are owed to teachers.
We also want to voice our concern in relation to all the delays that our teachers have been encountering for the outstanding monies that are owed to us. We recognize that monies are being rolled out left, right, and center, and all manner of malpractices we are told about in the different areas. The flood relief was the most recent one, but yet monies cannot be found to pay our hard-working teachers who braved it through the pandemic from March to this present time without having that outstanding monies paid to them. And that I'm speaking about them being placed in their respective categories for debunching. We're also seeing that our teachers have not received that 2% for the 2017 year. We have received a part of the clothing allowance, that being 2020, and a promise for 2021 in December. But what we are seeing is a reluctance on the part of this administration to honor outstanding monies for teachers. And we are becoming very much disgusted and frustrated over this whole matter. And we are calling on the relevant authorities to address the teachers' outstanding funds immediately, or we're going to have some serious consequences going forward.
According to Light, his union is dissatisfied with the memo that came out of the Ministry of Education, which states that teachers must produce a vaccination card before entering the school compound or a negative PCR test if unvaccinated. The GTUC, the GTU, the GPSU, and other unions have moved to the court to challenge the decisions announced in the Ministry of Health's gazetted order.
Because we believe that this is not democratic, this is not legal for any government to impose on the rights of citizens. We have heard many arguments, and our lawyers have advised that there is no reason or no constitutional ground on which a mandate can be given for persons to be forced into taking a vaccine. And for that, we have joined with the we are under the Guyana Trade Union Congress. They are our umbrella head, and we have joined with all the other unions that are under GTUC and the GPSU to register our readiness to fight this particular breach in our Constitution as it relates to the rights of our citizens, and more so, I speak specifically for our teachers.
Nursery, primary, and secondary schools will be open on September 6. However, secondary schools will be done in accordance with the rollout of the vaccination being done by the Ministry of Health.